My shoes are too big. I was kind of walking like Bette Midler. I had like a little bet. Hi. So many of you know my dear friend, Brad Falchuk, as the co-creator and executive producer of such groundbreaking shows as Glee, American Horror Story, and the Netflix series The Politician. Or perhaps you know him from his writing, producing, directing on Scream Queens, 911, and Pose. Or maybe you know him from his work on American Crime Story, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, and the assassination of Gianni Versace. My God, Brad, you are a busy man. I can assure you, though, that as well as being an incredibly prolific writer, he is so disciplined and beautifully mindful. And they say that the best writers are the most curious. Well, Brad has that wonderful ability to move conversations right into the category of therapy session, where you wonder if you've probably revealed too much. Maybe it'll end up on the next episode of something. But I have had the pleasure of working with Brad, and you can go up. Yeah, thanks. He's collaborative, kind, deeply perceptive, and encouraging. And that is exactly the reason I'm here. Perhaps even more impressive than his professional and artistic ability and achievements is the reason we're going to celebrate him tonight. In 1997, as a response to cuts being made in the creative arts programs in Los Angeles public schools, Brad, along with Mikkel Bondison and Andrew Barrett, launched the Young Storytellers Foundation. So, this is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to develop literacy through the art of storytelling. The YSF, which started as a small in-school program, has expanded to more than 100 schools in Los Angeles, New York City, and Denmark. It's fancy, Denmark. Brad currently sits on the National Advisory Board for the foundation, which facilitates self-expression and self-discovery in underprivileged students by mentoring them through the process of writing their own short screenplays and having those screenplays performed by actors. And who knows, I'm pretty sure that maybe one day we'll see some of those kids in this very room tonight at the Writers Guild. The WGAW's Valentine Davies Award honors Guild members whose humanitarian efforts and service have brought dignity and honor to writers everywhere. Brad Falchuk has been named this year's recipient in recognition of his positive impact on young writers through his work and efforts to improve literacy, to promote self-confidence through arts and education. So congrats, Brad, on this very well-deserved award.
Just a small-town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
It's up there too. Oh, can you hold that for me? Thanks. I wrote it down too here just in case. Hi everybody. This makes me very uncomfortable, so thank you for being patient with me. Thank you, Kate. I think one of the coolest parts of my job is getting to work with incredibly talented people like Kate, but I think the best part is getting to become friends with them in the process. And so Kate's a very good friend, and her agreeing to do this meant a lot to me. And thank you to WGA for hunting me down to give me this award. Seriously, no, this is not. David Goodman sent me an email to tell me that the WGA wanted to give me an award. And the email itself was so cryptic that this is true, I thought it was a scam. I thought it was I thought it was one of those Nigerian Prince scams. And if I replied, they would tell me that the award was being held up in customs. And if I just gave them $50,000, I could get it. So I literally ignored the email. And then I ignored the next email. And then Mike Schur called me, and it's like, Brad, you're being an asshole. This is real. You know, get back to him. So I got back, and here we are. So thank you, WGA, for your persistence. and for recognizing me. I think it's easier to accept an award for your work, for a piece of work, but an award for humanitarian efforts that have brought dignity and honor to writers everywhere is a particularly daunting and specific challenge. I think I'm supposed to say something profound and life-changing up here in response to it. But all I've really been thinking about is, what have I done to deserve this award? And I don't say that with humility, not that I'm not deserving of it. I mean, clearly I'm doing something right if people think I've brought dignity and honor to writers everywhere. But to me, it was actually important that I had an answer to this question, both for my own peace of mind and also for the speech I'm giving you now. So perhaps, as I thought, I think maybe it's because of how I measure my day. When I get home at night and my wife asks me, "How was your day, honey?" How do I determine that answer? I'm no different than most people. I want the power to tell stories I want to tell. I want access to cool people. I want to have fun. And I want to make a lot of money. But the true measure of the success of my day is the answer to these questions. Have I contracted or expanded because of my thoughts and actions today? Has my family contracted or expanded because of my thoughts and actions today? Has my community expanded or contracted because of my thoughts and action today? And has the world and humanity contracted or expanded because of my thoughts and actions today? And on the days when things didn't turn out so well, when I wasn't my best, when it was all contraction all the time, what did I learn from that failure? Something about going into every day with that framing creates a space for special things to happen. I'm grateful to all the brilliant, diverse, patient collaborators I've worked with and who I work with now, and the ones who demand expansion and hold me accountable for contraction, and for the immense talent of everyone in this room. Truly, I as a showrunner and as a director, you have so many different hats, but I always identify when people say, "What do you do?" I say, "I'm a writer." And so what everyone does in here and all your talents inspire me to be a much better writer and a human being. My father was a brilliant teacher, and he passed away about 1.5 years ago. So I really want to dedicate this honor to him because he was my greatest mentor. And I know this truly, more than any award I would ever receive, would mean a lot to him. And finally, to my beautiful wife who agreed to come with me tonight. I'm really not big on awards, and I think she's my favorite, most important teacher and friend and my favorite human being. And I think the reason why I don't really care much about awards because I got the greatest prize right there. So thank you, I love you. And thank you all, and thank you.